Hi guys, it's Mrs. Mason. This is the HTML web page tutorial. So here's your assignment. It says you will be creating an HTML web page about your favorite famous person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a real person. I've had people do Mickey Mouse, for example, in the past. So, or it could be a group of people, whatever you want. I don't really care. It says first you will need to do some research about your person. Some information you may want to collect about your person includes, these are just ideas. You do not have to collect all of these, but I do want you to, before you begin the actual HTML web page, I do want you to do a little bit of research and record your findings here, so that when you are ready to start building your web page, you have all your information right here on this sheet. That's why the very first step you should do is make a copy of this document. You're going to go over to File, Make a Copy, and then you should always, when you make a copy of a document, get rid of that copy of part. You just hit delete and then hit OK. Then a copy of this document will go into your Google Drive and you are able to edit it. So you can X out of my copy when you create yours and just start working on yours. Okay. It says once you've collected enough information to create an informative page about your person, you will turn the information into a web page. So here are the steps that you are going to follow. Step 1, it says open Notepad. So to open Notepad, you're going to go down here to the Start menu. And if it's not here, just start typing in Note and you'll see it pop up. Go ahead and open that up. Okay. Next it says set up the skeleton of your page. Remember, it has two parts, a head and a body. If you forget how to set it up, you're going to go to Code Academy, HTML Basics 4 out of 14. And that should be the first thing that you do on this Notepad page. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. Go over to your Code Academy. Go to 4 out of 14. And this walks you through setting up the skeleton, which hopefully you'll recall looks something like this, except you have body tags in there. I'll set one up on my page and you can model yours after mine. Actually, I'm going to backtrack for a second here. This is what your skeleton or your HTML frame should look like. Hopefully you recall there's two parts. You've got your head and your body. So before you do anything on your web page, you've got to set this part up first. So I will show you how to do that. Okay, so here we are back on the Notepad, and I went ahead and typed in all of the tags for the skeleton or the frame. Hopefully you'll remember that every tag that you do from here on out needs to go in between your body tags, other than the title, which I'll show you here in a second what that does. All right, let's go back to your instructions. So we set up our skeleton. Step 3 says, now the rest is up to you. Make your page as attractive as can be. Here are your requirements. Okay, so you need to go through here, look at the things that you have to have, make sure that you include them. Step 4, if you would like to add additional elements to spice up your page, go for it. Here are some options. I even tell you the Code Academy lessons that you will find those tutorials in. So if you forget how to do something, go back there and reteach yourself how to do it. As you are working on your coding, well, the first thing you want to do is, after you get in some of your coding, just maybe your frame or skeleton, is you want to save it. So you're going to go up to File. Actually, let me go back and make sure. Okay, this says when your web page is complete, go to File, Save As. You should have already done that prior to now, prior to your web page being complete. So I'm going to go ahead. You want to save periodically. You're going to go to File, Save As, and I want to make sure I'm telling you the right things to do here. Go ahead and just title it Web Page. Actually, hang on. save it to your desktop by clicking on desktop. Okay, rename your document by going down to file name and typing webpage.html. Okay, that's the part I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. Make sure you have that .html part in your title or it will not work. So I'm going to go back here. Like it said, I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my desktop, so I'm going to click Desktop. And I'm going to retitle it Web Page. I'm going to put a 1 since I've already got one on there. .html. I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. Okay, it says your web page should be saved to your desktop. It will have a Chrome icon, but will be titled Web Page. So if you want to check and make sure it's there, you're going to want to minimize your screen. And you can see here's mine here, Web Page 1. If I click on that, that is my web page that I've developed. I haven't added any content. I'll do that here in a second. But that's how you can check your progress on your web page and see that you're coding things right. Okay, so let me insert some things here so you can see how this works. Remember, the only thing that you ever write in your head is the title, which will be the title of your web page. So let's say I was going to do Mickey Mouse as my famous person. If I want to check and make sure that whatever I just added actually took place on my live web page, first thing I always want to do is I have to hit save. Then when I go to open up my web page, I'll double click on it. You can see that the title, when I insert a title, the only thing that changes is the title here on the tab of the web page. Okay, let's add a few more things, and then you'll see how the changes take effect. Okay, so I just added in some codes here. In my body tags, I added in an image, which I used the image source tag. I went and found an image of Mickey Mouse and closed the tag, and I also added in a paragraph here, and I changed the color to blue. So if I want to see those changes, I'm going to go up to File, Save Again, and then once I've saved it, I should, when I open up my web page, they should be there. So you can see there's the image, and there is the paragraph that I inserted in blue, Mickey Mouse. Okay, a couple of things I need to point out to you. Number 4 here, it says if your web page icon on your desktop is Internet Explorer, you need to change your default browser to Chrome. So what that means is right here on my desktop, you can see this is the Chrome browser. If yours is the Internet Explorer browser, basically if it doesn't look like this, you need to change that. So you'll go into Chrome, the way that you change that, and it's right out of your screen here, but go up to the 3 bars next to the address bar. Click on that, go down to Settings, and then you'll need to make sure where it says default browser. Mine is Chrome, so I'm good to go, but yours would say something like, do you want to make it your default browser? And you would hit yes. Once you hit that, you should be good to go. Okay, next you are going to be turning in the assignment when you're all finished with it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to backtrack for a second. So let's say you're working on this multiple days in a row, and you come back to class the second day, and you need to reopen it to continue working on it. Here's how you reopen it. It is highlighted right here. It says to reopen or edit your web page after saving it. The first thing you're going to do is open up Notepad. Then you're going to go to File, Open, and then you'll find it that way. So basically, you would just go back down to the Start menu, reopen up Notepad. You're going to go to File, Open. Then make sure you're on your desktop, and then you should have titled it Web Page like I told you to. As soon as you start typing in Web Page, it should pop up. So I'll hit Web Page 1, Open, and then you should see whatever you had previously worked on appear in the Notepad screen. Okay. And then now we're to the point where you should turn in the assignment. So this is very important. It says do not submit the link. So you're not going to, so let's say this is your web page, you are not going to turn this link in. You actually have to turn in the notepad file. If you turn in this link, I will not be able to open it. So here's how you're going to do that. You're going to go to Edmodo, go into the assignment. You should know how to do that by now. Do not click link. You're going to click File. And then you'll go to Desktop and find the, here it is, Webpage 1 file. That's what we titled it. Well, you should just be Webpage, but mine's Webpage 1. You'll open that, make sure it loads. Once it loads, type in your response. Oops. And turn it in. And then I should be able to open it without a problem. All right, good luck. And I can't wait to see your web pages.